The court requests clarification regarding the phrase human corrective justice. That was the first question asked. Not about the dead stations, not about the trade collapse, not even about the ministries that sealed themselves after the verdict alerts began, just that phrase, human corrective justice. I remember because Senior Clerk Pellet kept wiping ink from his fingers onto his robe while the judge spoke. Tiny nervous habit, blue-black stains all over the cuffs. The room smelled like overheated printers and antiseptic foam. Nobody had slept. Judge Rell opened the sealed folder with both hands. The defendant, he said carefully, declined all retaliatory fleet authority following the colony burnings. Is this correct? Across the chamber, the human woman nodded once. Thessa Orin looked smaller than the broadcasts had suggested. Gray coat, scuffed shoes, one sleeve stitched at the wrist with mismatched thread. She carried no military insignia, only records, stacks and stacks of records, and somehow that became worse. For archival accuracy, explain the original military action. The Empire believed the district was strategically empty. Strategically empty, that is the legal phrase. Meaning civilians were absent? Meaning civilians no longer existed administratively. Silence followed that answer. Not dramatic silence. Working silence. Clerks avoiding eye contact. Ventilation humming overhead. Somebody coughing behind the witness screens. The Empire had not destroyed the human settlements first. They erased them from the tax lattice. That distinction mattered more than the bombing. Every citizen world in the Concord relied on census registration for legal existence. Food movement, transit rights, emergency protection corridors, medical allocation, burial certification, remove a population from the lattice, and officially they became non-persons. Temporary, administrative, efficient. That was how the ministry described it. Thessa Orin had worked there before the war. Middle-tier audit division. Her job was correcting shipment discrepancies and debt account echoes after storms damaged outer colonies. The kind of work nobody noticed unless something broke. Then, the colony fires happened. 30 hours later, she noticed millions of people had vanished from the system before the attack even began. Not dead, deleted. I don't know why I remember this detail, but she kept asking for a fresh calculator during the investigation because her hands sweated through the cheap plastic keys. The military councils offered her command authority afterward. Yes. And retaliation rights. Correct. Why decline them? Judge Rell paused here, long enough for the audio archive to catch paper movement, because military retaliation would have allowed the Empire to survive. That answer changed the room. Not loudly. Nobody shouted. One clerk simply stopped typing. Thessa Orin requested civilian procedural review instead, which sounded harmless. The Empire approved it immediately. That was the mistake. She didn't accuse admirals of murder. She accused the Ministry of unlawful identity suppression under Concord Preservation Law. Old law, forgotten law. Created centuries earlier after refugee purges near the glass oceans of Heron Tall. Most officials assumed the law was ceremonial now. It wasn't. The moment Thessa proved deliberate civilian erasure from census systems, every Allied world became legally required to suspend cooperation with the Empire until restoration procedures completed. Trade froze first, then navigation access, then medical imports, then debt shielding collapsed. No fleets attacked us afterward. They simply stopped answering imperial transmissions. The Empire remained armed, massive, dangerous, and completely alone. There was one moment the broadcasts never captured correctly. The hearing chamber had a restoration display built into the rear wall, normally decorative, used for procedural diagrams and budget projections. Thessa connected a portable archive drive into it herself. Tiny thing. Scratched silver casing held together with tape. Judge Rell asked what she intended to present. She said, "The people you misplaced." That wording spread everywhere afterward. Misplaced. Not murdered. Not lost. Misplaced. The wall activated. Names appeared floor to ceiling. Human names. Transit tags. School registrations. Dental records. Meal vouchers. Public housing permits. Millions of entries. The system kept trying to compress them because there were too many. Letters overlapping each other. White text crawling over bronze courtroom walls like frost patterns. An older minister started crying before the casualty images even appeared. Not from guilt, I think. Recognition. He saw his own authorization code beside the deletion orders. The court recovered multiple apology drafts from the ministry servers. Why were none transmitted? Because every revision made the situation legally worse. Explain. Any admission of accidental deletion triggered reparations. Any admission of deliberate deletion triggered criminal prosecution. Any denial triggered automatic forensic review. So the Empire said nothing. Yes, I reviewed those drafts personally years later. Version 14 still had editing comments visible. Remove families. Replace with dependent units. Avoid using alive. Status remains under review. One official suggested deleting the phrase "we failed them" because it sounded emotionally vulnerable to human negotiators. That line survived anyway. Not in the apology. In the evidence archive. People expected executions afterward. Humans never requested them. No public hangings. No prison moons. No revenge fleets. Thessa Orin requested administrative continuity orders. At first, nobody understood what that meant. Then the rulings began. Every erased civilian had to be fully restored to legal existence retroactively. Back pay, property restoration, inheritance review, transit reconstruction, identity repair, for the dead as well, especially the dead. The Empire spent years rebuilding records for people it had already burned. Clerks worked through nervous collapse. Archivists developed memory disorders from reconstruction overload. Entire ministries converted into document recovery centers. Children grew up hearing printer arrays through apartment walls all night long. Justice sounded like paper. That's the part outsiders never understand. Near the end of the hearings, Judge Rell finally asked the thing everyone wanted answered. I was in the upper transcript booth then, cold tea beside my station. Somebody had left a cracked lunch container under the console days earlier, and the room smelled faintly spoiled. Thessa Orin looked exhausted. Not triumphant, just hollow around the eyes. Rell asked, why pursue this path when destruction was available? She took a long time answering. Long enough for the emergency lights to cycle dimmer during power rationing. Then she said, because dead empires become stories. The room stayed still. She touched the stack of census cards beside her chair. I wanted them to keep waking up. No speech followed. No dramatic reaction. Only printers. Hundreds of them across the ministry sectors, already beginning the restoration orders before the hearing had even concluded. The official empire still exists technically. Reduced borders, reduced authority, reduced population movement. Most maps keep the old colors anyway, because updating them costs money nobody wants to spend anymore. Every year, on the date the restoration verdict activated, ministries are required to read recovered civilian names aloud for 1 standard hour. Not as punishment, as verification. My daughter performed the reading cycle last season during her school placement. She practiced pronunciations at our kitchen table while eating sugared root biscuits and complaining about the length of human surnames. One name stopped her. Orin, Thessa. She asked if the woman was still alive. I checked the archive. No confirmed death record exists. Only a maintenance request filed years after the hearings. One sentence. The census wall projector in Chamber 4 continues displaying missing persons after shutdown. Please do not disconnect it again.